Although Frank Martin gave it his best against Tank Davis, his best just couldn't secure a victory. After the loss of Frank, the blame all fell on Derrick James, and the boxing community has been in chaos since then. The criticism became so heated that James decided to terminate his contract. James has been known for his excellence and influence both inside and outside the ring, and his decision came quite as a shock to the boxing community.
They fight very similar. They all use something that they saw somebody do and they like it, so they try to stick to that or whatever.
Derrick James has established himself as one of the most respected and honored trainers in boxing, with a stable including Errol Spence Jr., Jermell Charlo, Anthony Joshua, Ryan Garcia, and Frank Martin. But just like every other journey, there reaches a point for change and reflection. And for James, he just got to that point in his career. About a year ago, he was at the pinnacle of his career, leading his fighters relentlessly to numerous victories. However, the atmosphere of the boxing community is highly unpredictable. The recent knockout of Frank Martin by Gervonta Davis showed it all. After this, James decided it was time to conclude his career. "It's been an incredible ride," James shared in a candid interview. "I've poured my heart and soul into this sport and into these fighters. Now it's time for me to take a step back and let them shine on their own." James's path has been known for a long time, even before he became a renowned trainer. He built an impressive record as a fighter, moving from the ring to the training corner with so much commitment. And between 1992 to 2008, he had achieved all these. While under his training, fighters did not just work on their strength and skills. They also did some work on their personal growths. They learned to push beyond the pressures and demands of boxing, knowing that it needs as much mental preparedness as it does physically. However, James's decision to retire was not made on a whim, but was the result of years of contemplation, according to him. "It's a combination of things," James explained. "Boxing has been my life for so long, but there comes a point where you have to ask yourself what comes next. I've given everything I have to this sport, and now it's time to focus on other aspects of my life." His legacy will forever be remembered, seeing the league of fighters he has brewed. Each of his fighters speaks to his ability to bring out the best in his athletes. One of the most influential figures in driving James's decision to retire is Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence never fails to attribute much of his victories to James's mentorship. "He's been like a father figure to me," Spence said. "I wouldn't be where I am today without him. He believed in me when no one else did, and I'll always be grateful for that." Jermell Charlo, another amazing fighter of James, also shared the same feelings. As the undisputed light middleweight champion, Charlo has thrived under James's guidance. "Derrick has been more than just a coach to me," Charlo said. He mentioned that James has been a mentor, a confidant, and a friend to him, also adding that he'll miss having him in the training, although he knows James will always be there for him. The friendship and respect that James fosters among his fighters are evident in the atmosphere of his training camps. "I think they all feed off each other," James said. "It's more about inspiration. That's the key element. To be in a room with a lot of guys who are successful, you have to have humility. A lot of people can't take it. A lot of people can't be in that type of room and work. You have to find out who you are before you can work in a group of guys like that." James believes that the success of one fighter can push the other fighters to be better versions of themselves. It has always paid off, seeing fighters achieve great success both individually and as a group. However, the decision to retire isn't that easy. James knows the effect of his departure in the lives of his fighters, but then he stated that they've learned quite a lot from him, and they should apply it. "I'll always be there for them, but now it's time for them to take the next step on their own," James said. "I've had the privilege of working with some of the best fighters in the world, but more importantly, I've had the privilege of helping them achieve their dreams, and for that, I'm truly grateful." And after these statements brought a lot of emotions reigning in the boxing community. Trainers, fighters, and even fans have been showing their appreciation and thanks for Derrick James and his valuable impact on the boxing world. Ryan Garcia, who recently became a part of James's training camp, praised the little time he had with the respected trainer. "Despite our brief time working together, Garcia shared that Derrick has taught me a lot. He added that James's meticulousness, profound knowledge of the sport, and genuine bonding with his fighters are unparalleled, and he appreciates being able to learn from him." Anthony Joshua, the ex-unified heavyweight title holder, also expressed his gratitude for James's advice. Joshua commented that Derrick has a special skill in bringing out the potential of his fighters. He comprehends the mental and physical requirements of boxing and is skilled at motivating you to achieve your maximum capability. He also added that James's retirement is a significant setback for boxing, but he, however, extended his best wishes for his future pursuits. James's retirement will definitely create a big gap, not only for his boxers, but also for the whole boxing world. His training method, characterized by a deep comprehension of the sport and sincere concern for his fighters' health, has established a benchmark that many will aim to replicate. After considering his choice, James maintains a positive outlook on what lies ahead. He stated that boxing will forever be ingrained in his identity and said that there are other areas he wishes to delve into and other interests he wants to chase. And just like James, we're also looking forward to what the future holds. Derrick James's retirement represents the end of a significant period in the boxing community, yet signals the start of a fresh phase for both him and the sport he has dedicated his life to. In his words, "I've dedicated all my efforts to boxing, but it's now the moment to concentrate on the next phase of my life. However, I will remain involved in the sport and will continue to support my fighters." He also made sure to state that he wasn't saying goodbye. With these sincere sentiments, Derrick James moves forward, departing with a reputation of being excellent, devoted, and firmly dedicated to boxing. The boxing world will definitely feel the absence of his presence, but his impact will last, demonstrating the enduring strength of dedication and resilience. James made every effort to assist Frank Martin in getting ready for his upcoming fight against the tough opponent, Tank. Yet, Martin's belief in himself was put to the ultimate challenge on that unforgettable evening. Davis gave everyone a surprise by delivering a crushing 8th-round knockout to Martin, which exposed the true extent of his skill. Even after the significant loss, James still firmly believed in Martin's capabilities and preparedness for more opportunities. Prior to the brawl, James had been very optimistic about Martin's chances. Every word he spoke showed his confidence in the young fighter's skills. The lightweight division in boxing is filled with an abundance of talent, including top-level champions and contenders. Devin Haney, the division's undisputed champion, has proven himself as a strong contender with back-to-back wins against George Kambosos Jr. James disagreed on who is the top lightweight despite Haney's credentials. James believed that Gervonta Davis, the fierce fighter from Baltimore, not Haney, was the top of the division. Engaging in a battle like this can be beneficial, but it is important to acknowledge the identities of the individuals involved. Tank Davis is not Michel Rivera. He admitted that Tank Davis is truly the best of the best, recognizing the tough task Davis posed. The match with Davis was a pivotal evaluation for Martin, who has demonstrated great promise and an unquenchable thirst for progress. James, always looking on the bright side and thinking ahead, viewed the battle as a building block, a crucial lesson that would greatly benefit Martin's development as a boxer. As Derrick James moves on to the next stage of his life, his positive outlook and methodical thinking remain evident. Although he will no longer be actively involved in the boxing world, his commitment, strategic wisdom, and faith in his fighter's abilities will surely have a lasting influence. Derrick James's impact will continue to shape the future of the sport he holds dear. Davis's victory over Frank is not the final chapter for the young fighter. With a fresh mentorship, Frank can evaluate his loss, gain insights, and return more resilient. Being defeated by the individual James views as the top competitor in the division can be a strong source of inspiration and a priceless opportunity for growth. James had a calculated belief in Martin's potential, not just blind confidence. In boxing, reaching the top is never a direct route, and obstacles are an unavoidable aspect of the journey. The battle with Davis was an important part of Martin's career, challenging his strength and determination while also offering opportunities for growth. James's view on Martin's career highlights the significance of perspective and resilience in the sport of boxing. Defeats, though disheartening, can also lead to significant change. James is paving the way for a potential comeback or redemption story in boxing by consistently showing belief in Martin's skills. Additionally, it is crucial we point out the wider scope of Derrick James's career choices. James and his ex-student and teammate Errol Spence Jr. are involved in a legal dispute that is causing concerns about Martin's dedication and preparation. James and Spence had been collaborating for 11 years, maintaining a strong partnership until their relationship soured recently. James took legal action against Spence Jr. for unpaid dues for coaching him in preparation for his significant match versus Terrence Crawford in June 2023. Spence responded to the accusation by submitting a countersuit seeking a legal declaration, as stated by ESPN.
Everybody love EJ, man. Everybody, we haven't really heard from him since the loss with Crawford.
I'm focused on my other guys, so I'm really not. I talked to him maybe 3 weeks ago, whatever, but it's like, everybody, you can't look back.
Many people questioned if Martin's training camp was being negatively impacted while he appeared to be stuck in the middle of the legal dispute. The conflict between James and Spence Jr. certainly made Martin's preparation and focus more complicated. In spite of these difficulties, James's constant faith in Martin's abilities remains unshakable. In his strategy, he emphasizes that in boxing, the capacity to endure hardships is equally important as physical talent. In essence, Derrick James's view of Gervonta Davis as the standard in the lightweight category offers important analysis on Frank Martin's recent defeat. James's belief in Martin's capacity to come back stronger from this setback shows a profound grasp of the intricacies of the sport. Despite facing legal challenges and personal struggles, James's commitment to his fighters and the sport of boxing never wavers. This period in Martin's professional life, characterized by a major loss, could be a pivotal moment that propels his upcoming achievements. During a recent interview, Spence Jr. confidently addressed questions about his situation with Frank Martin, indicating that they are now focused solely on Martin and not getting into other issues. Despite some behind-the-scenes chaos, Spence Jr.'s words suggest that Martin's preparation has remained undisturbed. In a surprising twist, Errol Spence Jr. is now searching for a new trainer after parting ways with Derrick James.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get in this year. Probably October, November. Yeah, yeah. You gotta wait to hear from me. I'm looking for I'm looking for a coach right now. So,
following the recent events, what do you think this means for Frank Martin? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and make sure to like and hit the subscribe button for more updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.